Hi, this is Shannon with your editing stylist, and today's video is going to be 9 tips that I feel are the most beneficial to help you overcome writer's block. First, most authors that experience writer's block can have a moment of self-doubt. They're not believing in their project or themselves as a writer. So please have confidence in yourself, have confidence in your book, and have confidence that you're going to write the best story that you can. Secondly, if you have written an outline, if you're a plotter, sometimes following the outline strictly can put you at a halt. A lot of authors tend to struggle with the opening lines, the opening statement, chapter 1, that's the lead off. They're concerned with creating that hooking environment that we had discussed in last week's video. If that is the case for you, then maybe start somewhere else in the outline, and then maybe the beginning of that chapter will come to you. Or if you're struggling with a different part of your book, move to a different area. And while you're working on that, a thought may enter your mind as to how you can proceed with the area that you're having difficulty with. What I like to call the silent brain, which is when your brain is all over the place thinking about areas other than the part that you're working on. So my third step is to try to consider learning how to turn off your silent brain so that you're not thinking about different parts of the book that you're trying to write other than what you're currently trying to write. Some authors tend to worry about their story being written perfectly through the first draft. Don't worry about that. That's what second and third drafts are for. Eventually, when you get to your professional editor, they will further find any areas that you need to work on, grammar issues, spelling issues, those things like that. Do something boring. Take a shower, go pull some weeds, do the dishes. Something that doesn't require you to think a lot. Because usually when people are doing these boring things, their thoughts tend to wander. And in wandering thoughts pop up spontaneous ideas. And this could work for you. If you're washing your dishes or folding your laundry, you may have that perfect thought come in your brain where you know where to proceed. Also consider stepping out of your comfort zone. This could come in handy for people who like to write romance novels. They don't want to write those risque parts with too much risque verbiage. But sometimes that's just what you might need to do. You might need to step out of your comfort zone in order to make this story perfect in your mind. Or maybe you're writing a crime series and you don't want to describe all the gory details about a crime scene. Well, that's sort of what crime is about. You need to explain all of those things. Maybe consider working on another project. Sometimes when you're working on a different project and your ideas are flowing for that one, you may have an idea pop in your brain for the piece that you're struggling with. Write when you can focus. If you're having personal issues, which we all have those, that is distracting your brain, Maybe you have someone in your family or your household or yourself who is struggling whichever kind of way. That might not be the best time for you to write because your brain cannot focus on your writing. You're worried about your family, which you should be. Also, try to consider writing every day if you can. If you can find a focused amount of time every day, or even if you allot yourself a minimum amount of time to write daily, please do so. That will keep your creative juices flowing. So these are the 9 tips that I suggest for you as far as trying to overcome your writer's block. Remember, we are here to meet all of your editing needs, and your book will say yes to yes.